If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others. Thank you.
Good hump day to ya. I'm Mike. He's Aaron. This is the AM Drive live on 12-ounce sports presented by Buttercloth. Did you know, Aaron, that Buttercloth is the world's most comfortable shirt? Buttercloth shirts are extraordinarily soft. They look like a Friday night and feel like a Sunday morning. In 2018, they actually struck a deal with Shark Tank. And in 2021, they struck their best deal by partnering with the AM Drive. Visit our page at Mike. Huh?
I said amen.
Yeah, right. Visit our page at mikeandaarondrive.com and click the Buttercloth logo to pick up the world's most comfortable shirt. And this is real. Aaron already did so. How you feeling, Aaron?
I'm feeling good this morning. It's my Monday for my work week, so I'm actually a little more chipper than as to be expected, but we got a lot on the slate today, and I'm ready to talk all of it, especially some gamble with Philly Pete today.
That's right, Pete, the legendary capper, Pete, Philadelphia Peter's coming on today.
Philadelphia Peter.
For my Mike Sit It First today, I thought I'd start off with Hard Knocks, and I will preface my comments by saying this. Hard Knocks, obviously, an NFL thing that airs on HBO, and now it's on HBO Max, the subscription service. But every year they look at some team and show the hard knocks of what they've been going through in the offseason. So this one starts off pretty good for the Dallas Cowboys. Episode 1, 10 Eastern last night aired. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty good because apparently Dak Prescott, I didn't realize how close the timeline was where his brother kills himself, and then literally in the same season following, Dak hurts his ankle pretty badly. Apparently, he needed 2 surgeries, and Cowboys had not unveiled that until Dak did it himself. But after that, it was a pretty much propaganda show. I've done some research. Apparently, the last 2 or 3 Hard Knock seasons have done that. It's like there was this one scene where they said, but sometimes the worst part of training camp is the players getting cut, and literally they didn't show any players getting cut. The preseason game where they lost 16-3 to the Steelers, there was literally nothing about the game, just how good Micah Parsons was for literally lucking into a ball rolling his way on a fumble. Didn't even force the fumble. The ball just rolled his way, and he jumped on it. Whoop-de-doo. I was actually very disappointed, but I have an announcement. Every hump day, because it comes out every Tuesday, my Sit It First will be a Hard Knocks Cowboys reaction, and this one was pretty pathetic besides the narrator, who was amazing. Aaron, your thoughts?
Well, I still have not watched a Hard Knocks up to this point, but between social media and everybody else out there, I kind of usually know what happened or what's going on, and now I'm going to learn what happened. Thanks, Mike. I don't have to watch it. But,
right.
Who are they going to cut in the first episode? I mean, they still have a full roster. They don't have cuts in the first episode, but I think the narrator's probably right. That's the drama, is watching some of these, fringe guys work their butt off only to be shown the pink slip. And those are the ones, like, I know we talked about the one with the Jets where the guy's key didn't work, and he's like, man, did I get cut today? So I don't know. I just have never been. Now I have HBO Max. I'm glad you told me that. Even with having HBO Max, it doesn't interest me to watch this. I don't know. I've always obviously been drawn to the NFL, but on the field, like regular season, not exhibition, and in the front office are the two that I'm drawn to. This training camp stuff where they get in fights, where they're grinding, that stuff doesn't matter to me. So I don't know. Maybe Hard Knocks is just not geared towards me.
It is geared towards me if it actually worked in that way. I like your point about they're not going to cut anybody on the first episode, But why would you show that scene, make it so dramatic, and literally the scene afterwards is a joke?
Excuse me.
I don't understand. I get you have to like cut this thing up pretty quickly between Saturday or Sunday and Tuesday, but it was pretty pathetic if that was supposed to be edited out, because that's all I can think of is why say that so dramatically and nothing even comes close to hinting at that for the rest of the episode.
Maybe they're foreshadowing for future episodes. Get you to
that was
watch.
Pretty pathetic for foreshadowing. If you saw what I saw, it was pretty pathetic. Again, I felt the whole thing was pretty stupid. Like, there was a lot of things trying to make you laugh, and the funniest thing was pretty sad. Jerry Jones, who's a billionaire, was putting salt on a McGriddle. So I saw a lot of this and not a lot of Hard Knocks.
Well, Mike, what do you expect? What do you expect the Hard Knocks to be in the first week of training camp?
The word, it should not be called Hard Knocks if that's what I'm going to get at, because I've heard that's what the show does now. I've heard the last 3 seasons have like done the propaganda ball washing, so I don't know what to expect. But
I'm sure this is paid for by the NFL, so they're not going to make themselves look bad.
It's paid for by Jerry Jones too. I can put it that way.
Well, I don't think so, but he's probably getting a cut because HBO. I mean, the Cowboys are the most entertaining team in football because half the country they're literally America's team. The whole country's divided on them. I mean, that's America's team in a nutshell right there. Half the country hates them, half the country loves them.
Now, before we get to our next topic, I do want to say Mike McCarthy made a lot of stupid quotes in this, a lot of cheesy stuff that makes me want to say, dang, you suck. But the best thing he said was, I won a Super Bowl years ago, albeit maybe due to Aaron Rodgers. But he said, he didn't say that part, but he said, when you hold that trophy in the air, it is all you've ever imagined and more. Oh, that would have motivated me. Like, dang, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to hear. But I'm done talking about AM Drive 120Z on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can email us with comments, suggestions, or sponsorship opportunities at 12ounceamdrive@gmail.com. And on Twitter only, at 500 followers, a giveaway of Fanatics branded NFL shirt of your choice. Catch is, you got to win. You got to follow us. So I'm excited about that. We'll get to Fanatics later on the show. Let's get to Lionel Messi pairing up with PSG. Apparently it's a powerhouse club, I found out, Aaron. And Neymar was going to give him number 10. He didn't want number 10. He was wearing number 30. So your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Paris Saint-Germain has confirmed the signing of Argentina's captain. We all know the story with Barca, and it was surprising how Lionel Messi's, the courtship of Lionel Messi didn't last too long. And you're right, he's going to wear number 30. So, Mike, let me ask you this: as you, the diehard NBA fan, who's the most famous 30 in the world right now, Steph Curry or Lionel Messi?
In the world, Lionel Messi. As great as Steph Curry is in terms of popularity, even worldwide, even in China, I guess, it would have to be Lionel Messi because he's got so many other countries that know who he is, or at least follow him more.
Yes, expected that the yearly salary is going to be between $35 and $41 million. Some chump change.
That's right. Nothing wrong with it.
But here, let me ask you a question. If it goes on sale at Fanatics, I know that the PSG is on sale at Fanatics, but I think the Barca jersey is going to go on discount. That's such a classic look, the Lionel Messi Barcelona jersey. Like, I might buy one. I've never bought a football jersey before, but I might buy a Lionel Messi jersey from his days in Barcelona.
Do me a favor. Keep an eye on Fanatics, because, I mean, I tried to, but let me tell you this. That's a pretty tough thing, because, like, as soon as that goes on sale, you know dang well there's going to be a lot of eBay sellers going to hop on that and sell it back for the regular price.
Maybe so, maybe so. All right, we're going to head up to our first break here. When we come back, I'm going to preview the Wyndham Championship, which is the last tournament before the FedEx Cup begins. Also, we're going to talk in the third segment to Philadelphia Peter of the Pete's Power Plays show, and we're going to talk to him about NFL gambling. So stick and stay. On the other side of the break, we've got a jam-packed show This is the AM Drive presented by 12 Ounce Sports.
To MyBookie, you're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear for more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Let's face it, your shirt sucks. This is your average dress shirt. It serves one purpose and it doesn't even do a good job at it. They're stiff, scratchy, hot, and wrinkled like they were made to. This is the icy cotton shirt from Buttercloth, and it's gonna make you rethink every shirt in your closet. Buttercloth shirts are designed to look like a Friday night, but feel like a Sunday morning. So stop buying those marked up, luxury brand dress shirts only to be let down when they feel like every other shirt. Buttercloth shirts are made with the finest long fiber cotton that feels soft and smooth against your skin. It's like you're being cuddled by a bunch of adorable puppies. Long fiber cotton produces luxuriously soft fabric that naturally keeps you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. I've never felt more comfortable in my life. Icy Cotton by Buttercloth takes it one step further. This revolutionary shirt is literally infused with mint fibers that make the fabric cool to the touch. Mint is also a natural odor repellent, so you'll smell nice and fresh all day long. Can't smell a thing.
Do you like online shopping? Jeff Bezos made online shopping better with Amazon. You can buy batteries, get a TV, even purchase your favorite soda. But wait, do you like sports talk? Jeff Beck made sports talk better with 12 Ounce Sports. Next time you use Amazon, use www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Sign in and get shopping. It costs you nothing and helps us. That's www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Thanks.
All right, and welcome back to the AM Drive with Mike and Aaron, presented by 12 Ounce Sports. This segment is sponsored by Vice Golf. You can see it in the corner. Best balls, lowest price. That is a great summary of what Vice Golf does. It's very simple. They have been changing the game, making premium golf balls, selling them over the internet for a fraction of the cost of the big boys, and shipping them directly to you. They're as good as anything out there. Again, TP5s, Pro V1s, etc., but they're a lot less expensive. Please use our special promotional link, which can be found at MikeandAaronDrive.com. Takes you right to our link tree. Just click the Vice Golf logo there and start shopping today. Again, it helps out the channel, it helps out the show, and we greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, Mike, I wanted to talk about the Wyndham Championship. We got a comment over the break, it looks like. Maybe someone trying to convince me to jump on the Hard Knocks train. It says there's a lot of front office stuff in Hard Knocks, so maybe I'll have to check it out now that I have HBO Max or HBO Plus, whichever one it is.
Max.
And,
I have Max.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever the one is, HBO Max. I forgot what it was called. I have that one. We watched Space Jam on it, unfortunately.
But Both Space Jams, unfortunately.
But yes, so if there's a lot of front office stuff in Hard Knocks, I may have to check it out this year. And who doesn't love to watch the Cowboys either succeed or be a train wreck? One or the other.
Yeah, we don't see that enough.
So, all right, let's talk about the Wyndham Championship. It's in Greensboro, North Carolina. Great section of the country there. A lot of good golf in North and South Carolina. Yeah, absolutely. The PGA Tour makes its final regular season stop this week. We go to Sedgefield Country Club to play the Wyndham Championship, a par 70 measuring 7,127 yards, designed by one of the greatest golf course designers in the Southeast, Donald Ross. It's going to feature Bermuda grass, which is a surface that a lot of Southeastern guys love to putt on. If you've played golf in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or North Carolina, you know you're putting on Bermuda at that point, unless you get like a little blend. But very fast rolling. So if you're a bad putter, this is going to be a problem for you. So because your ball doesn't stop sometimes. And I've seen a lot of guys in this and a lot of these courses just putt it right off the green. So we might see that a couple times this weekend. The Wyndham Championship will play host to a full field, though many of those names you will probably not know if you're a casual golf fan. We do have a couple of stars in the field, the likes of Webb Simpson, Hideki Matsuyama, Patrick Reed, and the young gun that everybody's favorite, although I have to take a tip of the cap to Token Tony, who's been on Will Zalatoris for 3 years now, finally getting his just desserts. Will Zalatoris needs to get a win because of his qualification status to get into the FedEx Cup playoffs. So look for him to be hopefully shooting his best rounds of the year this week. Again, many of these players who aren't in the field have already booked their ticket to the FedEx Cup playoffs. The Northern Trust Open starts next week, where the top 125 players in the FedEx Cup rankings will earn a spot, and then you get cut based on each of the 3 tournament events up till we have a FedEx winner. And Mike, do you know what the person who wins the FedEx Cup wins?
Tell me, FedEx merch?
Well, probably, but they win $10 million.
Oh my God, Dustin Johnson it is then.
Well, Dustin Johnson was the winner last year, so I
was going to pick him. Sweet.
You know, he's not playing great golf right now, so he might not be the greatest pick. But we're going to talk about that in the next couple of weeks, obviously, with the FedEx Cup.
He beat Brooks Koepka on your bet, so hush your mouth with the he ain't been playing too well.
Well, that just means Koepka's been playing worse. Actually,
that's fair.
Just to be fair, DJ has turned it up a little bit the last 2 weeks, so he's not taking any cuts this week in the what are we talking about? The Wyndham Championship. Yeah. But I will say this, Mike, for the casual golfer, you ready for this?
Yes.
Look for the winner to be 20 under par or better this week.
That's pretty bold, right?
That's a low score.
I know that's low, but I'm like, for this course, is it pretty low?
The last 7 years, the winner has been 20 under or below.
Wow.
So it's actually really quote unquote par for the course at this point. It's a second shot course, so the approach shots will be key. So guys off the drive, as long as you can keep it relatively in the fairway, the short stuff, your second shot's really where you're going to have your winners and your losers differentiate from each other. So, all right, let's get into the futures bets. Remember our lottery tickets here. They got 3 guys. First one, I'm going to take Siwoo Kim at 45-1. These odds are presented by Station Casinos here in the Las Vegas area. My bookie did not have that great of a selection this week. Maybe they'll come out with some more today, but I'm telling you. All right, okay. Fratton Patton Kazire, 70-1. This is the biggest lottery ticket I have in terms of the streakiest player I've ever seen on tour. This guy could birdie or bogey 7 holes in a row either way without breaking a sweat. So to go low, you're going to need a guy who can get streaky. I think Fratton Patton is that guy at 70-1. You can find him at 75-1 at some other spots.
Wow.
And Ryan Armour, this is a pure flyer. Another guy who's streaky. He either plays really, really well or really, really poorly. He's 100-1 right now. We got a 10 spot on him to win a G if he can come through. Excuse me. So those are my futures: Siwoo, Patton Kazire, and Ryan Armour, 45, 70, and 100-1. Siwoo's kind of firmly entrenched in the top 125. The other 2 guys are either in, just barely on the fringe, or I think Ryan Armour's on the outside looking in. So with a win, he could definitely get in to the FedEx Cup playoffs. I have two spots here in terms of matchups. I have Willie Zalatoris even over one of my favorite players, on tour. That's Jason Kokrak. I'm going to take Zalatoris. I think all signs point to Zalatoris having a good weekend this week. So he's going to be heavily in the rest of the bets here. Russell Henley over Chapman. Even money. I like Russell Henley, another streaky golfer. I think that we can see him in the top 10 this week as well. So we're taking Henley at even money in a matchup. And then we have a couple of props. They're all Willie Zalatoris. We have Zalatoris top 30, yes, at minus 110. We have Zalatoris top 20, yes, at plus 125. And we have Will Zalatoris to top 10 at plus 275. And we have Will Zalatoris to top 5 at 5-1. So that is the Wyndham Championship bets. We're a little heavy on the Will Zalatoris, tip of the cap to Token Tony. And let's hope he doesn't completely crap the bed this week, because there's a lot riding on him winning. I don't know if he'll win. I didn't bet him to win, but I think he's going to be around. I really hope he does win. If Siwoo, Kazire, or Armour don't, but I really hope he does win so he can get into the FedEx Cup playoffs, because he is a young up-and-coming stud. Nothing on the level. Don't get crazy. Nothing on the level of Tiger or anything like that. But he is a young up-and-coming stud if he can put it all together. And he looks like Happy Gilmore's caddy. I don't know if you've ever seen the guy, Will Zalatoris. Google him and Google Happy Gilmore's caddy. I bet you've never seen him in the same room at the same time.
Right.
So that is your Wyndham Championship preview presented by Vice Golf. Once again, best golf balls on the planet, half the price of the big boys. Visit Mike and Aaron Drive. Yeah, about half, yeah. Visit mikeandaarondrive.com. Click the Vice Golf logo. There it is on the screen. Click the Vice Golf logo. Start shopping today for Vice Golf balls, Vice Golf apparel. Did you ever get that Vice Golf hat? Or were they still on sold out?
Oh, I ordered it. I just haven't gotten it.
Okay, so you did order it. Was it in stock when you ordered it?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
it had to be. I could have just ordered it. It
Well, maybe
wouldn't
you could
let
order
me.
in back order and they would have let you know when it came in.
I wish I knew how to do that, but yeah, no.
I don't know how to do it. I was just spitting hot fire there. So, anyways, so all right, let's move on here. We are going to talk NFL gambling with Philly Pete on the next segment, but I've got a few gambles of my own that I actually want to run by Philly Pete when we talk to him. So let's talk about our futures bets for the 2021 season. I know we talked futures either a week ago or a couple weeks ago regarding Super Bowl MVP or Super Bowl, MVP and others, Offensive Rookie of the Year and things like that. But I've actually got I got a team prop and I've got some player props here.
Right.
We'll go one by one. I'll start with my third most confident bet heading into the 2021 season, and that is the Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5 wins at even money. I think we're good for 9 to 11 wins here with the Steelers. Everybody's kind of crapping on Roethlisberger. Like, you love Najee Harris, I love Najee Harris. Defense and running, and that's two things that Pittsburgh does well. You know, I don't care about the new air assault that the NFL has become. Pittsburgh has the formula: defense and running the football, keeping it away from these aerodynamic teams, except for maybe Kansas City. So I'm at Pittsburgh over 8.5 wins at even money. Your thoughts?
I don't know. I like that. 8.5 is a low number. I would say 9.5 would kind of confuse me. 8.5 is a good number. That's Vegas got it pretty good on that one. They're actually kind of generous with that. I bet you that'll change, but like 8.5 is pretty good. I like that. For me, I've got 3 team props, Aaron.
Okay, what's your third most confident prop?
Third most confident. My third most confident. I mean, I didn't really put an order on these.
Just give me your first one, man.
Dolphins under 9 regular season wins. That's a high number.
Yeah, it's all based on Tua. That team is good around him. If they can, they got Jalen Waddle to kind of help out Tua Tagovailoa. So it's all on Tua. Sophomore campaigns don't usually go well, which the funny thing is it couldn't go much. I guess it could go much worse than the first year did. They were close to making the playoffs. They were 10-6 last year, and you said their over under is 9.5.
Yeah, I think it's 9.
Yeah,
9.
I think that's the ceiling. If Tua Tagovailoa is an average quarterback, I think 9's the ceiling. So yeah, I don't hate that bet.
Yep.
All right. My second most confident bet of the season: Travis Kelce under 1,360.5 receiving yards at minus 115. I think we're going to have a primary focus of getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire, more running. You have Tyreek Hill. You have Robinson. You have a lot of guys in this offense, and 1,300 yards is huge, even for a tight end of Travis Kelce's stature. I just don't see 1,300 yards this year. It's just, I mean, you're looking at it. He's only done it once, and that was last year, 14-16 with 11 touchdowns. That's just a high number for anybody, much less a tight end. So I'm taking the under on that one. I got to lay a little juice at -115, but I feel confident. My second most confident bet player, my second most confident prop bet for the 2021 season.
So my number 2, I guess, whatever you already want to put this in, I just gave you guys the Dolphins. I'm giving you guys the Chiefs. 12.5 is a big number in a 16-game season. In a 17-game season, I can almost give you a Mike Sit It First guarantee. 13 or over for this team. I picture Patrick Mahomes to stay healthy. I love Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I have since he came out of college. I love everything about this team. Chiefs 13 wins or more, 12.5. It was nice. It was a big number last year. This year might be low for me. 13.5 would have killed me.
So what, the total is 12.5, you said?
Yes.
So you're looking at 13-4. What'd they go? 15-1 last season, and pretty comfortably. I don't even remember.
And the only thing, unless their offensive line is going to keep on declining, I mean, I still feel like they can beat the Chargers maybe at least once. They'll beat the Raiders twice easily, and the other team in the division, the Broncos, I can see them winning both those games unless the Broncos defense just becomes the best defense again in the entire league. I could see the Chiefs getting at least 5 wins in their own division, and that's, I mean, and ruining the rest of the NFL, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, you look at their defense, it's pretty middle of the pack, maybe upper middle tier. But Chris Jones has lost a bunch of weight, and he's going to be an outside rusher now to go with Frank Clark. Whew, that's deadly. I don't know. I think maybe 3 losses this year for Kansas City. So what's the juice on that?
They're all -130, I think, on my bookie. Yeah, right. Well, most of them are, but this one's -130, so whatever.
All right, fair enough here. My most confident bet of the 2021 NFL season is Jalen Hurts under 3,800.5 passing yards.
It's a great number. That's a high number. How much did you get that at, by the way?
-115.
Okay, so it's still a good number, though. I mean, high number, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm laying 345 to win 300 on that one. So that's my biggest bet, my most confident bet. And if the Eagles even try to get Deshaun Watson, then I think it's a lock if he plays. If Deshaun Watson plays and the Eagles can get him, I think we're looking at a lock at this point for Jalen Hurts. I think a lot of his yardage will be rushing. I had to make sure I looked at it correctly because I had to make sure it wasn't a total cumulative yards. So before making that bet, but 3,800.5 passing yards, I'm taking the under. My big bet of the year as far as player props go. I'm not a big fan of season-long props, but I'm looking into them more and more as Tony Johnson has been taking care of me here. We've been working together here, to get ourselves ready for the football season, and I like to have some season-long sweats.
Well, let's not take too much more time on this. Because we're going to talk about this on the other side as well. I almost said Browns over 10.5, but I feel like the Ravens and Steelers might have something to say about that, and maybe even the Bengals, especially when the Ravens swept the Browns last year. So I'm going to leave that alone, and I went with the Carolina Panthers over 7.5. I told you they might have been my second or close third best team in that division, depending on if the Saints defense can carry that entire team. I like the Panthers to get away with 8 or 9 wins. To me, that would be great. I think Matt Rule's going to do fine. I think Sam Darnold will be fine. I thoroughly think Buccaneers will destroy this division, and Panthers will be right there, 8 or 9 wins to make it look good for me. Over 7.5, too low for me.
Fair enough. All right, we're going to get these run by Philly Pete on the next segment for some grading. How we do A through F. On the other side, Philly Pete talking NFL gamble. On the other side, here's a commercial break. Stick and stay.
Yes, sir.
To MyBookie, you're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
For your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear for more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Let's face it, your shirt sucks. This is your average dress shirt. It serves one purpose and it doesn't even do a good job at it. They're stiff, scratchy, hot, and wrinkle like they were made to. This is the icy cotton shirt from Buttercloth, and it's gonna make you rethink every shirt in your closet. Buttercloth shirts are designed to look like a Friday night, but feel like a Sunday morning. So stop buying those marked up, luxury brand dress shirts only to be let down when they feel like every other shirt. Buttercloth shirts are made with the finest long fiber cotton that feels soft and smooth against your skin. It's like you're being cuddled by a bunch of adorable puppies. Long fiber cotton produces luxuriously soft fabric that naturally keeps you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. I've never felt more comfortable in my life. Icy Cotton by Buttercloth takes it one step further. This revolutionary shirt is literally infused with mint fibers that make the fabric cool to the touch. Mint is also a natural odor repellent, so you'll smell nice and fresh all day long. Can't smell a thing.
Do you like online shopping? Jeff Bezos made online shopping better with Amazon. You can buy batteries, get a TV, even purchase your favorite soda. But wait, do you like sports talk? Jeff Beck made sports talk better with 12 Ounce Sports. Next time you use Amazon, use www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Sign in and get shopping. It costs you nothing and helps us. That's www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Thanks.
All right, and welcome back again to the AM Drive here, presented by 12 Ounce Sports. We are sponsored by Fanatics, and you know what that means. Sports are back, and the NFL will soon be back too. Fanatics has got you and your sports fans covered in life. With every team, every gear, every league, everything you can think of is at Fanatics. Please head over to MikeandAaronDrive.com, click the Fanatics logo, or email us at 12OZAM Drive, and we'll send you the link. Get Fanatics gear for the start of the NFL season today. And speaking of the start of the NFL season, we've got the king of the damn ice and the fantasy football guru, host of Pete's Power Plays, Philly Pete. What's going on, my brother?
Guys, how you doing, man? Glad to be a part of the show. How you guys doing?
We are doing sweet. On the other side, we talked about some fantasy football, not some fantasy football, some NFL future gamble. And we wanted to get your grading system here on that. Or if you like them, if you don't like them, you can give us the thumbs up or thumbs down, kind of all Gladiator. What was his name? Maximus, whatever. All right. So Mike, why don't you go ahead and give Pete your top 3 bets here for the NFL season and see how he feels.
Okay, Pete. First one, Dolphins under 9 wins, up or down?
Dolphins over under 9 wins, 17 game season. As long as Tua could stay healthy, got Waddle. I'm gonna go over on that one.
Oh, 0-1
Yeah,
for
Mike.
me.
Yeah, I do. I like them. I like them a lot this year. I think they're going to surprise people. Jalen Waddle's going to be a great addition to that offense, and they're already loaded. And as long as Myles Gaskin, that backfield could stay pretty healthy as well, I really do think that they could come off the board. And that defense is very underrated too. A lot of people are not giving them some credit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'll leave. Even though I think the Patriots will be better, I can see that. Okay, Chiefs over 12.5. The reason I say this because 12.5 is a high number for a 16-game season. For a 17-game season, give it here.
I'll say that again. I'm sorry.
Chiefs 12.5 over.
Oh, your mic is cutting out. I can't hear you.
Whoa, it's not good. It's not good. Can you hear me, Aaron?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
I could hear Aaron. I can't hear Mike.
Ruh-roh.
All right. So he had Chiefs over 12.5 wins.
Over 12.5? Yeah, definitely. That's a no-brainer for me. That's a no-brainer. Over 12.5 is definitely no problem at all. I really think that this team is going to be ready to rock. Mahomes is healthy. And that's a deadly offense as well. So, I think that team's going to be ready to rock once the season's getting ready to go. Over. It's a no-brainer for me. This team is as strong as can be right now. And, Kansas City could easily get back to the Super Bowl. I really do. So, yeah, over is a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, agreed on that one. Mike, what was your last one?
Blue Kitty Cats. The Panthers over 7.5.
You catch that, Pete?
Nah, I can't even hear him at all.
No!
Oh, that's so weird. He said Panthers over 7.5 wins.
Over 7.5 wins. With the Panthers this year, you got Sam Darnold in the building. And as long as CMC is healthy, I could see that being elite. I could see that being over as well. Just barely though. I could see them getting at least 8 wins this year. But it all depends on CMC. Their defense is pretty good as well. You have a better quarterback. So I really do think that the Panthers could definitely compete this year, especially the fact that the Saints, the Saints, who knows, they might be in the bottom of the jungle in that division with Michael Thomas trying to leave. So I do. I think Panthers have all the right needs there, and I like the over. I do.
Fair enough. All right, let's switch over to my bets. The one of them you may or may not like. We'll have to find out here. But my first bet, Pittsburgh at even money over 8.5 wins.
Yeah, I like that too. Again, Big Ben. How much time does he have left? I really do like the over there for the Steelers. Great wideouts. You have Najee Harris, a rookie running back who's going to be an absolute bull this upcoming season. There's nothing to worry about with that offense with Pittsburgh. I do love the Steelers this year with that over. And defensively, they're only getting stronger. They're young. They're strong. I think that's a great pick. I like the over.
All right. Despite the fact that Kansas City is a wrecking ball here, I'm going to take Travis Kelce under 1,360.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I like the under there. You got a lot of weapons over there. Clyde Edwards, I expect a bounce back second year for him. Tyreek Hill and the rest of the gang there. Mahomes also runs the ball a lot too. So it's kind of, and Kelsey's getting a little bit older. Who knows? He is due for an injury. I hate to say that, and I hope he doesn't get hurt. But it is what it is, and I really do think that that's an under. I like the under there.
All right, my final one here. I know this may hurt to hear, but Jalen Hurts under 38.5 passing yards.
Under, yeah. Under, I like the under here too. It's tough. It's tough to trust this guy right now. I'm not sure what to expect from Jalen Hurts this upcoming season. Devonta Smith's already hurt. We'll see what happens with him. Jalen Reagor, they had to adapt with this team. They really do. So I like the under there as well. I'm not really sure what to expect from Jalen this year with all these injuries and how they're going to come back and how the chemistry is going to be. So under for Jalen Hurts passing yards.
Yeah, my thought also with that is there's a small chance that they actually do get Deshaun Watson. And if Deshaun Watson plays, Jalen Hurts is not. So
yeah.
All right, so let's look around the league. We've got some injuries heading into the early spots in camp here. We've got some quarterback battles, obviously, one in New England, the most prevalent one that we know about. But talk to me about the divisions here. Do you have any division bets or over-under win props here for certain teams, and based on what, in your opinion?
Well, one that comes up to me right now is the Dallas Cowboys over wins as well. Dak Prescott. This offense is very lethal, and don't get me wrong, the defense is very, very overrated. They're not as good as they used to be. A lot of injuries. Sean Lee's done, but this offense. If you guys watched the Dallas Cowboys the first 4 weeks of the season, they were unbelievable. Dak Prescott was on his way to an MVP year. Zeke was going off, and the receivers there too. CeeDee Lamb is having a great year. Amari Cooper, but Dak goes down, and there goes the rest of the Dallas Cowboys. So, I mean, I really do like the Dallas Cowboys over this season, and I also like them to win the division. I don't see Washington win the division again. I really don't. So, all in all, I do like Dallas to win the division, the NFC East, and I also like them in their over as well. Now, Mike, I know you talked about the NFC West yesterday, and I really don't know how I feel about the San Francisco 49ers. But I like the LA Rams. LA Rams are so with me, I take an NFC Super Bowl bet, and I take an AFC Super Bowl bet. So in the NFC, I took the LA Rams at 14-1. Okay. Yeah, Matt Stafford. Now, wow. Cam Akers, this is well before Cam Akers went down. I did this when the bets came off. Okay, so Rams at 14-1. I just love their offense. You have Aaron Donald as well. That defense is stacked, absolutely stacked. You bring in Stafford now, a better thrower, definitely better than Jared Goff. Get him out of here. And they have weapons. You have Cooper Kupp. You have Robert Woods. They stay healthy as well. This offense will be loaded. And hell, you won't even need Cam Akers in the backfield. As much of a big help he would be, he wouldn't. AFC wise, I had the Buffalo Bills. Okay, 14-1 as well. I think they moved up to even 12-1 now. But wow. Josh Allen, he just signed that extension. He's the GOAT. He's a great, great quarterback, as we all know.
Oh,
he
could do it all.
He could do it all. He could do it all. Running, yeah, and he's still young, but he has it, man. He has it all, dude. He is a phenomenal player. He's got heart, man. He could run the damn ball. He could throw the ball too. And I do like the Buffalo Bills there at 14-1. Now, outside the box, I have if I'm thinking long shots here, and don't kill the messenger boy, but the Tennessee Titans at 60-1 is an absolute solid. I think a solid play here. Obviously Julio Jones. This is before Julio, but I think
I was about to say, where can I find that right now? Holy cow!
Yeah, you can't. 60-1 before the Julio news. I think they're down to like 30-1 now. But I mean, again, this defense, from what I'm seeing on NFL Network, they look pretty good. Again, we have a long way to go, but Titans at 60-1 look pretty good. You have Derrick Henry, Julio, AJ Brown, Tannehill, as long as he's on his game and can provide. I mean, this team has made the playoffs time in, time out, and I expect them to make the playoffs once again in that AFC South division. So it's very weak, especially with the injury to Wentz. That's going to hurt the Colts big time. So I like the Titans there as an absolute long shot to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, easy division, provided that they can stay healthy there. 24th in the league in defense last season, so they got to turn that up a little bit. What do you got, Mike?
Pete, can you hear me?
No, he can't. I'll relay. Quick question.
I'm good. Don't worry about it.
All right, we'll take it down here. You mentioned the GOAT, Josh Allen. I'm sorry, I got to give you a little smack on that one because the GOAT resides in Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah,
and,
of course it is.
Speaking of Tampa Bay, our good buddy Todd Dewey of the Las Vegas Review-Journal has informed us that there is $38,000 in play to win $1.3 million on the Buccaneers going 17-0. Now, here's my first thought. Why are you locking that money up in futures, first of all, to go 17-0? That's hard, 17-0.
Yeah.
And third, why is he not just taking every bet and rolling it over? You can make much more than 1.3.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely can. I think that's just an absolute terrible bet. I mean, they're not – I'm sorry, but that Miami Dolphins team is never going to be broken, that record. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. And the Bucs are not going to go 17-0. So, I mean, I just think it's a waste of money. Hell, man, I wish I could be rolling that sort of money too. I mean, just to be pissing away that much. But hey, it is what it is. We're all not Jeff Bezos. So, I mean, no, it's not happening. They are not going 17-0.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I just, you start to see, I know sports betting around the country is somewhat of a new concept, legalized sports betting. I guess offshore is still a big thing, but just to see somebody do that, I say the same thing every year in March Madness. Don't take a futures. Just roll them to win 6 in a row. You're going to make more money that way. So,
Yeah.
Any player props you got? I know you got a healthy season of betting ahead of you here between football and hockey. Player props you got for this year in the sense of like the ones we had. Like I know Jalen Hurts. It's going to be really hard, even if he stays healthy, to get 3,700 or 3,800 passing yards. But anybody you see, I know the ones we talked about last week were like Kyle Pitts, Julio Jones, and Aaron Rodgers. Anybody you see on your radar that you either made a stab at or are planning to bet here before the football season gets kicked off?
Yeah, I honestly have not even took a peek at that yet. I've been like so caught up with the Stanley Cup futures and odds right now with my show. But in terms of who I think has got the most receiving yards in the NFL, again, I just like Tyreek Hill, man. And don't get me wrong, Devontae Adams because of Aaron Jones is back, but I can't see Devontae Adams having 18 touchdowns again. And who knows how that chemistry is going to be. Obviously, it's been phenomenal in Green Bay, and everyone loves to see Aaron Rodgers back. Hell, he could have stepped away and gone to Jeopardy if he wanted to, but stayed put. Everyone should have known that. I don't think he would have gone anywhere, to be honest with you. Green Bay's his home, but if I'm thinking player props and who have to have the most receiving yards in the NFL this year, you got to go with the hottest offense in the NFL, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. And I really do think Tyreek Hill will probably be that player to get you that most receiving yards in the NFL.
Yeah, all right. Mike can't talk to you, but he can hear you. So let's talk about his Indianapolis Colts here for a second. And there's obviously quarterback issues. I'm sure Philadelphia is just glad to be rid of the Carson Wentz situation here. First of all, I want to know, as a Philadelphia fan, your thoughts on Carson's time there, and then what we can see or expect when Carson comes back in Indianapolis, and if Sam Ehlinger pops off, if he's the starter, does Carson Wentz even start? I mean, has he lost his job if Sam Ehlinger is a beast to start the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's either you can't forget Jacob Eason either. I mean, Eason or Ehlinger. I mean, they both are
I can forget him.
Yeah, they're both going back and forth there with the first team snaps, but I mean, whoever starts in Indianapolis, I don't think they're going to get much going on. I mean, I think they're going to rely heavily on the run game with Jonathan Taylor. You have Nyheim Hines coming back as well. And Marlon Mack, too. I mean, Marlon Mack, you can't forget about Marlon Mack. So you have a three-headed horse there in the backfield. It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see how they do in their first 5-6 games, depending when Carson comes back. But, man, as much as Philly fans despise Carson Wentz, I feel bad for him. I absolutely feel bad for Carson Wentz. He can't catch a break. It's a shame. It really is a shame. I mean, he's had injuries in Philly, and I know quite well. And, it was a lot of people just discouraged him when he left Philly. And I hate to say that, but, I kind of wish that he had when he goes to Indianapolis, that he has a really good time. He's successful. And, of course, here you go. It goes down 5 to 12 weeks. You know how, it's tough. It's a foot injury is very tough. And you're not sure what the outcome is going to be. You're not going to be 100%. And I just hope when he comes back, he's healthy, he's clean, and he has a great line. He has a great line to actually block for him now in Indianapolis compared to Philly. So I expect him to come back, and when he does, I hope he does take this Colts team to a solid distance.
All right, we've got about 15, 20 seconds here. I want to wrap it up with a one-word answer from Philly Pete, the fantasy football guru. You have the number 1 pick this year in fantasy football. One-word answer. Who is it?
It's CMC all day, every day. He's giving you at least 25 to 30 points a game with a PPR league. It's hands down, no doubt in my mind. And then, of course, after that, you go Delvin Cook and probably a combination of either Derrick Henry and or Alvin Kamara. CMC, number 1 overall pick.
All right, the king of the dang ice, Philly Pete, fantasy football guru. Get your bets in now. Sign up for his service here and win some money this NFL and NHL season. Philly Pete, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day. Catch him at noon Eastern today and tomorrow, only on 12 Ounce Sports.
I'll see you guys. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. All right, we're going to take our last commercial break here of the show. Come back. We're going to talk about a couple of dark stories here. All right, some sports legends and some sports figures here. So stick and stay. We'll be right back in about 60 seconds.
To MyBookie, you're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Aaron, welcome back.
We are back. That 60-second commercial gets me every time. I'm never prepared for it.
Welcome back to the AM Drive on 12 on Sports, presented by Amazon. The best part about Amazon and this little link that we do, 12onsportsradio.com/Amazon, costs you nothing, helps us out, gets us some money while you spend for your groceries or whatever you want to buy. Amazon, hey, help us out. We'll help you out. It all works out. Great time with Billy. Pete, I wish I could have talked to him more.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was very weird. I feel like he was doing it on purpose. I'm kidding. Okay.
What? Mike, you know what? I have to say this. We got a lot of trolls in the YouTube chat. One asked us to do the Truffle Shuffle. I tell you what, if you buy a piece of merch from all of our dedicated sponsors, I will do the Truffle Shuffle, and you can verify it. I will do the Truffle Shuffle on the next show after you buy a piece of merch from Butter Club, after you buy a piece of merch from Amazon, after you buy a piece of merch from Vice Golf, after you buy one from Fanatics, and after you buy one from, what else do we have? Tide Week. If you buy a piece of merch and you sign up for a MyBookie account using promo code 12OZ, all caps, no spaces, if you do all of those things, I will do the Truffle Shuffle on the very next show after you completed all those. So
and I mean Friday's gonna be lit, okay?
I might even just do a live stream midnight drive in the middle. I mean, you guys might think you're trolling, but thanks for the attention here. Oh, now we have copycats here.
No, please leave them alone by now because they're saying some racist comments. It's the same guy, but on 12 different accounts I've already blocked. Appreciate you, but I'm not going to entertain what he's saying. But anyways, so we have a light part of this segment to say. I don't know how to get into this without being a little bit emotional about it because it is kind of sad. A 24-year-old Olympic cyclist from the 2016 Rio Olympics from New Zealand was found dead. No cause has been given. We don't know if it's foul play. We don't know if it's natural causes. I mean, she was obviously in shape. That obviously doesn't mean anything. It could be a heart problem. I don't want to speculate. Terrible look, especially right after the Olympics. I don't believe she competed in this one, but not a fun time.
Yeah, I will be the first to admit I am not good about talking about mental health, my own, or especially somebody else's. So this is a tough topic for me. It seems like a person who's at the peak of their dreams, an Olympic cyclist, 24 years old. It feels like you have the world kind of at your feet. I remember when I was this age, 23, 24, I felt like the whole world was ahead of me and it was my oyster. Like I could go anywhere I want. I could do anything I want. And I just felt like this was the best part of life. And so for this to happen, especially, she was in the Olympic Games in Rio in 2016. So I just don't quite understand what's going on. And we're never really going to know. They're looking into like foul play. The New Zealand police are looking at anything and everything to rule it not a suicide, which is fine. It's fair. I 100%. But I feel like the investigation's not going to yield anything other than mental health. And her not talking about it or her not being a voice or an advocate for it really, this is going to sound bad, but it doesn't help the cause in determining how mental health can be, I don't want to say cured, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, how do we find a voice and how do we find a person who can help us look at mental health from a different aspect than after it's too late?
I have a weird question for you because it's kind of when I read something last night, it did not talk anything about mental health. Did the Fox News article you sent me talk about how they found her?
I don't know how they found her, but she put out a social media post just before the time they believe she passed away that many people, including the police, believe links her death to a mental health struggle. And there's no signs of force, there's no signs of struggle. So it really obviously looks more and more like a mental health issue. Here, I can read it. They actually have it. It says, sports are an amazing athlete for so many people. It's a struggle, it's a fight, but it's so joyous. The feeling when you win is unlike any other, but the feeling when you lose, when you don't get selected, even when you qualify, when you're injured, when you don't meet society's expectations, such as house, marriage, kids, all because you're trying to give everything to a sport, is also like any other. And that's a quote. That's a quote from her now deleted Instagram post.
Wow.
So that clearly looks at an examination of something is getting to her. And we've all struggled with it, whether you don't want to define it as mental health, whatever you want to define it as. We've all struggled with the feeling of inadequacy in anything we've ever put effort into. Something you care about that you don't get, you start to feel a little, for lack of a better word, depressed about maybe not getting that.
I'd like to add to this because we don't have much time with the next thing as well. So this is kind of hard for me as well because I am 24 years old. I will turn 25 in October. I actually deal with Asperger's, as I've told people before. It's a form of autism. They're not sure if it's autism. I believe it is because it is an anxiety. And a lot of times in social settings, my social cues are not the best at times, as you will sometimes see on this here show. That being said, it is very hard for me to think about these kind of things because I understand how hard it is for me to function in society. People always have assumptions of me on what I may be like or what I may struggle with. And when I say this, you have no damn idea what I go through. There is no study that can determine what a person goes through. I have never been to the point of suicide. I have been depressed. I've never even been to the point of self-harm. Have I wanted to kill myself? Yeah, I mean, the thought has crossed my brain, but have I ever actually thought about that long? No. So before people even talk about anything like this, please be aware, despite the studies that they think may have been done, you don't know what you're talking about until you go through it. Imagine being a teenager at 14 years old, but being the bipolar mess that you are for your entire life. And if you're an athlete at the same time, it's kind of hard. Whoa. I can't hear.
I said we saw the issue with Simone Biles
right.
Just recently, who also, received a lot of criticism from myself included. And you're right. I don't know what people go through day to day. I know what I've gone through, and I can't compare everybody to that situation. But I can understand the other side of people who don't feel like they go through those things, or if they do go through those things, they have the mindset of, suck it up, life goes on, life's not fair. And I can understand both sides of the coin there, but to disrespect or put down everybody or anybody who suffers through mental health is just wrong. I mean, it's absolutely wrong. I don't want this to be a PSA or a lecture. We got about a minute left in the show here, but
I want to say, if you want to go on for 15 more minutes, we can, because Pete's up next. He don't come on until noon. I want to, because we obviously are talking about this for a longer time. I didn't realize it was a mental health thing. If you want to talk about it,
you can wrap up the show. I just want to throw in rest in peace to Tony Esposito, another person who played. You can wrap up the show here. This is a far more important topic in the here and now. No disrespect to Tony Esposito. He will be missed greatly. His brother Phil brought Tampa a hockey team, so I'm forever grateful to the Esposito family. You can take the last 30 seconds to wrap it up here.
Oh, I was going to say we can go on, but hey.
I don't have time.
All right. It was a great show nonetheless. I do want to say again, shout out to everyone dealing with mental health. As for the Simone Biles situation, that's more of a slap in the face in my eyes, but obviously everyone has a different view of that, and they're entitled to that view. It is sports, and sports are subject to opinion, even if it comes to mental health, unfortunately, although they should be divided at times. But thanks for tuning in to Mike and Aaron on the AM Drive here on 12 Months Sports. We'll catch you guys next time on Friday. Same time, same place, same awesome people. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye.